record this one. Excellent. Now it is better, right? Because now I have you here. Okay, so well, we're going to record everything real well. So how are you?
We're great, man.
Doing pretty good.
Well, that is excellent. It's really a pleasure having you here again. I mean, to be honest, I mean, as always, as I said before, okay, so when I watch your videos and when I listen to your music, well, it was like, I really love your music. I really love whatever you have, right? I mean, it's like really good. But for people that need to remember who you are, can you tell us the name of your band?
Yeah, we're Illusions of Grandeur from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
From Pennsylvania, right? And this is well, something that is very important. Okay, so the way you play, right? Harder music, but with something really with a lot of image, right? I mean, that is what you have.
Yeah, it's theatrical metal is what we call it.
Oh, well, that is excellent. I'm sorry. Theatrical metal, right?
Yeah, theatrical metal, a little bit of hard rock. We actually, our new album, The Siren, comes out in October. It's a little bit heavier than our first album, so we're a little more metal now.
Well, that is excellent. Okay, the first one. Okay, so well, now, what is the name of the first album?
The Songs of the Siren.
Okay, and this is going to be only The Siren, right?
Yes. It's part of a trilogy. It's a what's it called? A concept
album.
Yeah, it's actually three concept albums. The Songs of the Siren, which came out in 2019 on Pavement Entertainment. And that's out now, and you can pick that up. And then the new one coming out in October on Universal Music, that's just The Siren. That's the second part. And then there'll be the third album, which of course we don't know when that'll be released, but it's called The Siren Rises. And it's the story of the siren and her men.
Okay, well, now the first one was in Pavement Records, right?
Pavement Entertainment, yes.
Okay, and now you decided to go to Universal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're with Revulsion of Spirit Records, Universal out of Canada.
Now, why the change? Why did you decide to move to a different record label?
Just moving up. You know, Pavement was a great experience for us.
Yeah.
Tim and Mark, who run that label, are just very supportive of independent music, and it was a great place for us to start our career. And then we, you know, like any band, we got a better record deal. So we went to a bigger label. But we love Pavement. They're still really good friends of ours. Yeah. Matter of fact, I was emailing with Tim King, who's also in the band Soil, just recently, and talking about the new album. We're fans of everything Pavement does, and they're, you know, fans of ours too. So it was just a business move.
Yeah.
You know, going to a little bit of a bigger label. Revulsion of Spirit is the name of the label, and Universal Music is our distribution. And, you know, it's just getting us to a wider audience.
Well, that is excellent. Now, a lot of bands, for example, they say that, for example, when they are working with a record label, okay, for example, that is not like as famous as the big ones, okay, when they move to a different one, there are a lot of changes, right? They ask you to do a lot of things, a little bit more commercial. Is this the situation with the Illusions of Grandeur? Okay, so were there a lot of things that you didn't like, but you had to do because you had to move to a bigger or larger audience, for example?
I'd say it was actually kind of the other way around.
Yeah, we've been really lucky in our career. We've always had complete creative control. Our management, NORAD Music, they're like insistent upon that. They go to bat for us. We did work with a producer on this record for the first time ever. We worked with David Ivory, who's worked with Hailstorm and The Roots and Erykah Badu. Yep. And a lot of people. So he's a very varied producer, David. And that was the first time we brought someone in from outside the Illusions of Grandeur camp to work on our music. So that was interesting on this record. It was also, a lot of it was recorded during the COVID lockdown. So it was neat because we were kind of secluded here on our farm in Lancaster, recording in our studio. So that had a lot of effect on the record, but no, we weren't pressured to do anything more radio friendly or anything like that. I do think we wrote a little more towards our genre,
yeah,
and a little maybe more for radio on this one. And I think that's, you learn every record, you learn what not to do and what to do. So it's a process, and I think if you don't grow as an artist, you stop. You're not an artist. So we're growing as artists.
Okay, well, that is excellent. Well, in fact, okay, so we're really looking forward to listening to this new album, right? Okay, because the first one, let me tell, well, for the people that have never listened to Illusions of Grandeur, okay, so well, it has excellent music, right? Excellent vocals and all that. Now, the first time that we had an interview, okay, so well, Chris, right? Okay, so well, you told us that well, it was the first time that you were in the band. How did you feel with this new album? Okay, so did you have a lot of did you participate a lot in the songs, in the concept, for example? Was it better for you? Are we going to see okay some more integration now with Illusions of Grandeur?
Yeah, I mean, we worked a little differently this time around. The first record was more of a band record, and this time it was a little more, we kind of almost had that Metallica concept where I recorded a bunch of music and then Maggie wrote all the lyrics. And then we kind of took it to the band and learned it as a band. So it was a different process. We learned a lot from the process, and I really think the new album I love the first record, but this album is just unbelievable. We're so proud of it. For this one. I think every artist is kind of like, my new album's the best album. This is kind of our baby, and we're really happy. We can't wait to get it out there.
And what about the trilogy, for example? Okay, so the first one. What can you tell us about? Okay, what is the story of the first one, and the new story on the new one?
Oh,
the first one's kind of the introduction to the band and the crew and like all of the members that are her warriors that she picks up along the way. So each song is almost like she's picking up different people to be with her on her journey. And then the second one is pretty much like a battle the entire time. We're in Hades. We're in the underworld, and we're fighting Hades, and we're trying to get Persephone back. And basically it's a lot of like inner turmoil and like kind of fighting with the light and the dark inside yourself, because we find ourselves in the underworld where literally we're not supposed to be unless we're dead. So that's in crossing over. You can literally like hear that in the story. Like we're disassembling from ourselves because we're half alive and half dead basically. And there's lots of battles going on within ourselves and in the story.
It's a fight album.
So yeah, it's definitely like the fight. It's like, the introduction was the first one, and now we're in the battle, and then the third one will be like the resurrection, like rising. So.
Yeah, the siren rises. Yeah, the first album was kind of like, this is what we're about. And this is the story of the siren and Persephone and what we need to do. And now this album, we're kind of doing it. I always compare it to Star Wars. Because the first one, it kind of introduces you to characters, and then the second one, it puts the characters in the worst possible position.
Yes, that's a better way to say it.
And then the third one, you're gonna have to wait and see, because we have some twists and turns coming in this story. It's not as simple. It's not black and white. It's not light and dark. There's some shades of gray. But we're looking forward to people hearing the second part of the story, the siren, and hearing these songs. It's definitely, we've gone heavier and a little bit more into the storylines and into the persona of the siren.
Yeah.
And what about live? Okay, for example, talking about the concept, because it is like really, really interesting, right? I mean, for example, the first one, okay, you're introducing something, and then you're gathering all the warriors, and then later on you're in a battle, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, talking about how are you going to mix or merge, okay, this concept when you play live? I mean, because I mean, for example, if we're playing in some concerts, for example, they say, you know what, you're going to be playing like 6 songs or 7 songs because you're going to be opening for the big band, right? For example, in this case. But are you going to do something live to mix the 2 albums, because it is a complete story, right? So what are you going to do? What are we going to see maybe in 2022? I mean, what is going to be the concept? I mean, live.
Well, live, I bring the theater. I'm super theatrical. I've had a flag, which will probably make another appearance. I wave a big flag, kind of like Iron Maiden.
The songs are acted out. And
I act them out.
We have some guest appearances that'll be on stage with us, acting them out.
Yes.
I often, we compare it to Alice Cooper and maybe Iron Maiden
in this moment.
Like, so there'll be, you'll get the concept of each song. And we try and stick to the storyline in the but you're correct, with time constraints. Sometimes that's not that possible. We're lucky. We're in a position starting in January, we're doing an East Coast tour, and we're going to be co-headlining with a band called Offensive. So we're going to get to do our full set every night. So people will get to see, it won't be 2 albums, all the way through, but it'll be segments from each one, and you'll get to see the story acted out.
Are you planning on a video, for example, like, looking at this concept, I can remember, for example, like Operation Mindcrime from Queensryche.
Oh yeah.
Like one album like that, like a movie like that. Are you planning on doing something similar to that?
Yeah.
We've been doing videos for every song off the second album.
He's also talking about live. And there will be some screens and things like that. But right now we bring out, it's a lot of lights, a lot of theatrics, a lot of smoke. Mm-hmm. We've added a ton to our lighting rig. And then when possible, there will be video. Yeah. Depends on the venue. Some
guest appearances as well from some of the people that have been in the videos.
Like, for example, but you're planning on recording everything, right? I mean, when you play live, because, if you're getting some guests, for example, in your shows, because of the time, sometimes it is not available to have everybody, right? But now that I remember, like, Avantasia, right? For example, you got a lot of people that, for example, they are very famous and all that, and sometimes they cannot be in all your concerts, right? But you have everything recorded, so that, there's like, how can we say, we can see that they were there, right? Are you planning on doing that? Record everything you do, because you gotta show it to the world, right?
Yeah, when we can, we will. We've always put on a real theatrical show. She's amazing at it, engaging the audience and acting out the songs. It all depends, especially now with COVID and venues varying what we're able to do. So when we can, it'll be the full show. If not, you're still going to get a kick-ass metal concert.
And what about, are you planning on coming to South America? Is that one of your plans?
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
As soon as we can. As soon as they allow us to.
I'm planning. And are you planning bringing all the show?
Yes.
Oh yeah. We do our show everywhere.
Yeah, we go to Europe, we play in the Ukraine, and when we play in England, we ship everything. We try and keep it simple. It's banners and lights and things like that, so we can compact it and send it. But we try and put on the same show no matter where you see us in Europe, where you see us in America, and hopefully South America soon. Yeah,
because, for example, we're really eager. We really would like to see a concept like that one, right? And for example, what we're going to be doing right now on radio, we're going to be playing all your songs. We played some of the first album, right? But now we want to continue playing, and we really hope that when you come here, everybody remembers the songs and they can sing the songs with you. Yeah. That is going to be important. So would you like to play, what would you prefer, for example, if you come here to play in a festival, for example, like Domination Fest or some that we have, or to have your own idea and your own concept and play by yourselves, with other bands opening for you?
Both. Who doesn't like to play festivals?
Yeah.
Because festivals are fun and everyone together and you get that group thing. We also enjoy playing and being like the headliner and having bands open and being able to put on a 2-hour show. So either one is fine with us. The most important thing is that we play.
Yeah.
We're a live band and we're not picky, like, oh, if we can't headline, we're not coming. No, we'll play anytime, anywhere for anyone. Because we feel lucky to be able to do this. People want to see us, and that's a blessing. So yeah, we're either one. Festivals are fun,
Yeah.
So I like festivals.
Yeah, I do too.
No, and to be honest, for example, when you come here, okay, there's like I said before, okay, we have Domination Fest. Domination Fest, and we got another one that is Hell in Heaven. There's another one in Monterrey, for example. It's Metal Evolution, I think that is the name.
Nice.
And Jesus Christ, I mean, you're going to see the way people, I'm really, really sure that when they see you, I mean, playing live with all these new concepts and everything, they're going to go really, really crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, with those videos, I mean, that you have seen, I mean, it's like incredible. The concept that you have, okay, the story that you have, okay, it's like really, really good. And now okay, we're going to have new music, right? I mean, new singles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were 4 singles last year we put out to kind of stay connected with our audience, and we put out 4 videos with them. It was Crossing Over, Down, The Wolf, and then Profit. So they were like, we put them out in advance of the record so that over 2020 and early 2021, people could still see us and be connected to us and hear new music. Now the album comes out in October, so I think can I tell them the first single?
Yeah.
Demons.
Yeah.
It's a song called Demons. And we're going to be recording the video for that and releasing that to radio, and Kill Sound, our promotion company.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be sending that out soon for all you guys to preview and to play. And then the video will debut. And I hope in 2022, that would be great to get down there in 2022. We pray for that.
Oh yeah, really. And what about? Do you already have dates? For example, some dates in Europe or in other places right now?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be on an East Coast tour starting January 13th through late January, early February, playing here on the East Coast of the United States. The next tour is going to be in June and July, and that'll be in the Ukraine and Russia. They're the only solid dates we have right now. We were supposed to be on a tour right now in the South here, but we got COVID. So we ended up having to cancel those dates. So we're doing a couple shows coming up here in Pennsylvania and Virginia and Atlantic City, New Jersey to warm up. And then it'll be January 2022. We go out on tour with a band called Offensive. They're thrash metal. So people will be coming out. They'll see a great night. We're going to co-headline with them. So one night they'll headline, one night we'll headline. And that'll be up and down the East Coast. And then there'll be some other tours announced in between. And then I think it's the beginning of June, we leave for Europe. And we'll be in Europe for about a month, solid month and a half.
What is the difference, for example? Okay, so I mean, talking about the audience, okay, do you see a difference, for example, people from Europe and people from the United States? Or do you think that they are the same?
No, Europe is definitely, they get our music way more. They're definitely our crowd, I would say. I mean, and we're starting to be received better in the United States too. We really focused on Europe at first, you know, because Nightwish is over there and we kind of fit in over there, you know, the other bigger theatrical bands kind of from Europe, you know, we kind of fit in a little bit better in Europe. And so we were received right away, you know, so now we're here and we're trying to
we did it backwards.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
We were offered, we played a lot of shows in the United States in our first couple of years, but our first full tours were offered to us in Europe.
Yeah.
Because promoters kind of saw what we were doing and got us. And we went there and I tell this story a lot. So you probably heard it before, but we expected to go over and play to half empty halls or just some people. And we were happy to do that. And we were surprised to play to sold out crowds and to play to people and people that had never seen us before were singing the lyrics back to her. So it was like we couldn't believe it. And every time we played in Europe, it's been like that. So now it's finally time for America to have a taste of us. So yeah, we've done a lot of one-off dates, but these tours coming up here in America will be our first full United States tours. And it's funny being from America that it's been 5 years and we've toured more in Europe than we have in our own country. So, well,
like they say, right? I mean, nobody's like a prophet in their own land, right? I mean, it reminds me of, for example, I don't know, Twisted Sister, right? They had to go to Europe first, and then they came back to the United States.
Jimi
Hendrix, for example. Okay, so and they were big, right? I mean, but nobody paid attention to them. Okay, now, what was the? I was going to ask you something. Okay, Yeah, I mean the thing is that conversation went okay. Well, what about the videos? Okay, so well, right now, I mean, now working with a different record label. Okay, are you getting more money to produce better videos, or is it the same?
We're an independent band, and we tend to do everything ourselves. We're
Mhm.
very I don't want to say we're control freaks.
But we like to have creative control. So,
Yeah, our content and our concept, we understand it best. We shot the first 4 videos, well, 3 of them here on our in our studio and in our green room. We built a green screen room that's literally 360, so we can film completely around us. And then we also went to the Poconos,
yeah,
the mountains here in Pennsylvania, which people say they look like Norway
yeah.
in the wolf video.
That's pretty cool.
So the new video that's coming up, Demons, we're still working the concept out. We're going to shoot it soon. The new label is very supportive, and they are helping us out more. But we tend to be very hands on. We shoot the videos, we edit the videos, we make the records. It just works better for us to kind of start to finish. So
Okay. Well, and what about this pandemic situation? In your personal opinion, do you think that this is going to affect the way we're going to be seeing music, for example? I mean, from now on, because I mean, we have been like everybody was like playing live, and suddenly there were a lot of festivals, right? And suddenly everything was everybody was inside their house. I was like, what happened to music? What happened to live music? Do you think that there's going to be like a change, a very drastic change in the way we show or musicians show their music to the world?
I think it kind of is varying because here in the States, at least, I mean, a lot of stuff is coming back. There's a bunch of big festivals that just took place, that are taking place right now. Some bigger bands that we know that are currently on tour. So I think it's going to kind of be both, because it seems like when we have a big spike in COVID, like everybody kind of scatters, and some of the festivals get canceled and shows stop, but then they're back on again. So I think it's going to be like a go with the flow kind of situation almost. At least that's what I'm getting from like what's going on right now. But we have no intention of ever stopping, and even during the pandemic we didn't stop, and we made videos, and that's what we'll continue to do. So we're just going to kind of go with the flow and deal with it as the circumstances get handed to us.
it forced us to rethink how we communicate with our audience,
Yeah.
because we're road dogs. We
Yeah.
live on the road. And when we couldn't do that, we were used to putting out 1 or 2 videos to support an album like we did on the first record. So all of a sudden we were like, we can't tour. So now we have 4 videos out, and the album's not even out yet.
Yeah.
So we're thinking we're going to do an album. We're going to do a video for every song.
Yeah, there's going to be a video for every song.
Every single song is going to have a video. So
12.
12. So there's 12 songs on the new album, and there'll be 12 videos. So if someone's in Antarctica or South Africa or Brazil and they can't see us live, they can go on YouTube and experience all the videos. And then we're also going to do on the last record, we did a couple live videos. Silent Suicide we did at Rock Balava in the Ukraine. That was a great outdoor festival.
Yeah.
So we're going to do as many tape and film as many outdoor festivals as we can, and put them out too. I mean, our goal is to see our fans live and to have things return to normal. But that it all depends on health and safety, and we really just want to play for people and have it be a safe environment.
That is excellent. Really, really okay. And what about, how do you see, in your personal opinion, what about independent, for example, like independent radio stations, for example, like ours, or for example, independent YouTubers, for example? Okay, so well, I don't know if you ever heard, what is the name of this guy? There's, well, I don't know. Do you see that you're getting more support right now? It is easier for you as a new band to get more support, I mean, from different independent labels that comparing to the ones that you had before? Because in the past it was either you were with a very important company or either you were working for this and that. But now, I mean, for example, everybody can know a lot about Illusions of Grandeur, right? I mean, you can talk to somebody independent, for example, right now in Mexico, and then somebody else from South Africa, and then somebody else. Do you think that it is better, it is easier for an independent band to show the world what they have?
I think so, absolutely. You just have to take advantage of it and be courteous and respectful and appreciate everybody's time, as we really do. We're really grateful for every opportunity we've had. Kill Sound's done a really great job getting us all these interviews. And, we've actually been interviewed by a young man who, I think he said he had just started doing it. I don't remember how many podcasts he had, not very many. But he was here in the United States. I forget exactly where, but yeah, we appreciate it. And, I think it's really helpful, and we can kind of help each other.
Yeah. I think it's great that independent people, we've always been the underground, in underground radio stations, as well as some FM stations that played us, but we've relied on underground radio, and internet podcasters and YouTubers, really to spread the word of Illusions of Grandeur. And that's always been kind of our market and our people, because we're independent. We kind of stand on our own. We're with a little bit of a bigger label now. It's a little different, but that doesn't change our attitude. We're really happy to be on independent internet radio and YouTube, and with YouTubers and podcasters. That's the lifeblood of music now.
Absolutely.
And I think it always has been in a different way. It's just a lot easier now because people can just log on and check it out, and it's available to everybody. So I think it's a good thing.
I remember because, well, for example, I have been a heavy metal fan, for a long time, right? And I remember a lot of bands, for example, in the past, for example, I don't know, like Angel, well, I don't know, from the Sunset Boulevard, a lot of bands were Hawk, and I don't know, Tough, and a lot of bands that I would like to see some information about them, some shows they played before, even the good bands like Slayer or
Oh yeah.
it was when you find something, when they start out, right? It is very difficult to find, right? But right now, you can see something, and then you, for example, like Nightwish, right? For example, in the beginning, it's very difficult to find something from them. And nowadays, it's like every new band, okay, you can see a progress and you can see the way they grow and everything. So do you think that is an advantage right now? In the past, you only had to go and find Metal Sludge, for example, or you have to you needed to look for Hit Parade or Circus, and if the band was not in one of those magazines, they got lost, right?
I miss those days. I liked going and picking up Circus magazine or Hit Parade or getting the metal videos monthly subscriptions in the 80s. But I do like that if you have a phone, you can record and people can see you live. It kind of cuts through the crap. If you're a good band and someone's videoing you and they put it on YouTube and you sound good, then you're good. So it's a lot easier. Do I wish I could have seen Slayer and on the Sunset Strip many, many years ago and someone filming it and putting it out? Hell yeah. I would have loved that, man. And the same thing, I used to, on Sundays here, when I lived in Philadelphia, we had the Empire Metal Club, and a lot of bands came through, and it was every Sunday you go to the all ages, and you'd see bands like Danzig or Anvil Bitch or, Metal Church would come through, all these, there's Sepultura, all these bands. I remember seeing Sepultura their first night in America when they played the Empire Rock Club, and meeting Max and Paulo, and lived with me forever. But that was all you had. You had to go to the club and see it. Now you can dial in the YouTube and see festivals as they happen. So modern technology, I think, has really brought the world closer together. And I think it's a good thing, especially for underground bands like us.
Yes, exactly. I remember, for example, every Saturday night I was waiting to see a new video, for example, at Headbangers Ball, right? It was, where is it? And then when you played it, and it was like you waiting for in your videotape recorder. Yeah. And right now it's like, oh, well, now, for example, a lot of albums, right? Before it was like waiting at the record store, waiting for the new Iron Maiden album. And now it's like, oh, well, it's already, let me just get my cell phone. It's like very different, right?
I still love that people are ordering them and vinyl's back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We want to do some vinyl because I knew a lot of people that waited for their Iron Maiden, the new one, to come on vinyl so they could listen to it. I think there's something magical about that is that communication between a band and reading the lyrics and looking at the photos and all that. I love that that's back. So I think it's great that it's easier to dial into YouTube and watch a video, but I think it's really cool when someone goes out and buys the CD or buys the vinyl and really connects with the band. And that's the thing we love.
And what about Illusions of Grandeur, for example, for the people? Because I mean, yeah, we're going to watch your videos and they're good and they're excellent and all that. But for the people that want your physical, I mean, the physical album, the physical CD, the physical vinyl, are we going to see something special? I don't know, like stickers or posters, or I don't know. I mean, especially talking about theatrical things, right, that you offer. Are we going to get that?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We always do albums, always. Yeah. And we were actually just talking about doing vinyl as well.
And if you just go to iogmusic.com, and there'll be links there to get the vinyl and to get the CDs or T-shirts or stickers or anything. And we normally communicate as much as we can with the fans directly. So when you contact Facebook or Instagram, you're usually getting one of us. Sometimes it's Kill Sound. They help us when it becomes overwhelming. But most of the time, we end up, especially you struggle to.
Yeah. I actually have a few people right now waiting for the Siren. They're waiting for the album.
But you really respond to everybody.
Yeah, I do. If you message me, I'll message you back. It might take me a little bit, but I'll get to you.
No, thank you. And we as fans, we really appreciate it, right? I mean, it's radio stations, like for example, as independent, for example, like programs or radio stations, okay, we really appreciate that, right? I mean, to be honest, and we're going to do our best. I mean, to get your music everywhere. For example, maybe here in Mexico, maybe I don't want to boast, right? I mean, to show up, but I've heard, I've listened because, for example, okay, we have like a control, of course, listening to us, and Europe. I mean, they're listening to us more people in Europe are listening to to a radio station than people in Mexico, right? And that is incredible, right? I mean, before it was like only in my neighborhood, right? I mean, they would hear me and they would notice me, right? But we're really grateful as an independent radio station to have people like you. I mean, really, really talented with a really good concept. I hope that you remember us when you're totally famous.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, it is. When the first time we went to the Ukraine, Alex, I'll always tell the story of Alex.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman who came out the first night at Kiev to the Volume Club. And he waited hours. He waited hours to meet us. And we met with him. And he said to us, like a lot of people say, I'm going to tell everyone about you. And we were, and you hear that a lot. So, sometimes you pay attention. Every show we went to on that tour, somebody came up and said, hey, Alex told me to come and see you.
I remember the guy said, like, my friend told me to come and see you. And I said, Alex? And they went, Alex! So I was like, oh my God, so, like 6 hours, like not a close, it wasn't like we were in the next town. We were like 6 hours from where we were before. And I couldn't, it blew my mind. He still talks to us to this day. And I have quite a few fans from Ukraine that we still communicate with.
And that's how bands like Metallica and Iron Maiden and everyone, like they have fans, like people want to call them super fans, or people that are just really into music, like yourself, who just really are diehard metalheads or diehard music fans, and they spread the word of the bands. And that's, I still do it myself. People tell me about a good band, I tell everybody about them. It's because oh, you got to check this band out, they're really good. So it's so important. There can be all this media and all these people listening and all these videos and all this stuff, but nothing beats when your friend turns you on to a new band and you don't know who they are, and it's word of mouth. I don't think anything's ever going to top that. To me, it's like getting the record and reading the lyrics. When someone tells me about a band and I check them out and I become a fan, that's the best thing ever, man. It's like discovering something new,
Yeah, no, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I mean, talking to a band like you, it's like, I feel like, and I really, when I listen, I mean, when I watch your videos, I was talking to Maggie, okay, who is working for Kill Sound Records, and I said, really? Am I going to interview these guys from Illusions of Grandeur? I mean, look at the concept they have. It's like, I mean, it's one. I was like really, really excited. Let me tell you that I'm really excited. I'm really grateful having you here, and we're going to spread the word so that you can I don't know, when you come to Mexico, when you play here, okay, I'm really sure that a lot of people are going to know exactly what they are going to be listening to, what
That's
they are
awesome.
going to
We
be
can't wait.
viewing.
We can't wait to get down there. And it really, this whole COVID thing is really, it sucks. And we want people to be healthy and well, but we really want to get to Mexico and we want to get to South America. And then we have offers to be to South Africa and Australia and New Zealand and all these places we want to go and we want to play for people. And we're lucky that people want us to come there. They're asking us. Someone's asking us to come to Mexico and play.
Yeah, we're really,
that's
really
a blessing
for that.
We're not like, oh, they just no, man. We're like, thank
really
you,
grateful.
thank you for wanting us to come there and play for you. We're real respectful of that.
Absolutely, we appreciate everybody. It's it's such a cool feeling that you give us. Just like you're excited to see us, and we're excited to see you, because to go somewhere where someone is amped to see you, not just like kind of judging you and like. I call that like the Philadelphia Arm Cross, like
or LA. We were just in
LA.
We were just in
LA's
New
a tough crowd
Orleans.
too. No, New Orleans was actually pretty cool. It was everybody's pretty accepting of everybody because there's so many musicians. So it's like,
that was a little cooler.
Yeah, that was a better vibe. But sometimes you go places and it's a tough crowd, So when you go somewhere and people are like, oh, we've been waiting, like that's such a cool feeling. We really appreciate that. We don't take it for granted, and we're very, very grateful.
I love the independent festivals because you're right. People lose their minds.
Yeah,
and it's so much fun.
Yeah, it is
to see because we feed off that energy, and then they feed off our energy.
Yeah.
So they're giving it to us, and we're giving it
right
back. And
it's
kind of a circular thing. And it's kind of like one energy,
No worries. Okay, so when you come here, I mean, you're going to be totally excited. I mean, people here are like crazy. I remember, I mean, there was like a lot of bands, right? The first time that they came here, there was a lot. Well, we had like Sepultura, for example. We had like Devastation. We had Demolition Hammer. All these trash bands, when they came here the first time, they were like, "Oh, Mexico people are really, really crazy," right? And they were. So I'm pretty sure that when you come here, everybody's going to be like headbanging with your music and everything. So thank you. No, thank you very much. Now, something that you would like to tell people so that they know you. I mean, where can we find your music? Where can we find your CDs? Where can we find everything from Illusions of Grandeur?
We made that really easy for everybody. Everything can be found at www.iogmusic.com. So everything, our Twitter account, Facebook, Instagram, our everything,
label,
our
everything.
merch, our label, pictures, videos, YouTube links, everything is right there at iogmusic.com. So if you go to that, it'll take you everywhere you need to go.
And everything will be available.
Okay, and what about the new material? Okay, so what do we need to be looking for?
The new album, The Siren, will be out late October. We think it'll be a Halloween release. And that'll be out on Revulsion of Spirit Records, Universal Music, worldwide. So that'll be out digitally, and there'll be CDs available right away. And then vinyl will probably come early in 2022, and we'll put a special release out to the fan club and to everybody when the vinyl. So there'll be selective right away. People can get certain vinyl, and then it'll be available to the public probably late January, just about the time we'll start the tour here in the States. And then just keep your eye on our Facebook and our Instagram for our dates with us, hopefully coming to South America. And Europe will announce all the dates for that soon. That's already booked. We're just waiting for final dates for June and July in the Ukraine and Russia. So, I mean, we're going to be out there and we're going to be doing what we do. And if you want us to come to your town, reach out to us. If you're a promoter and you're putting on something, let us know. And if we can be there, we will.
Yes, of course. And okay, well, if somebody, okay, for example, doesn't know how to look for the information, okay, so well, the information is there. You got it there, right? IOG.
Yep. IOGmusic.com. That's it. Yep.
No, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really hope that we see you here in Mexico. We're really looking forward to hearing to hearing everything that you have here to offer us, right? And really, really, to be honest, it's not like a recommendation, but try to do something like similar to Operation Mindcrime. I mean, this concept that you have, it should be, I mean, it would be incredible, right?
We'll have to interview us in person.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to hang out.
Oh yes, of course. Yes, I'm looking for. No, in fact, okay. So what I'm going to be doing, because for example, we got another band from Canada, which is Saints of Death. I don't know if you have heard about them.
Not yet, no, but I'll check them out.
No, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna play you. Oh, yeah, because for example, once, okay, they came here to Mexico with a concept similar to yours, and they blew it. I mean, they blew our minds, right? I mean, there
That's
was
awesome.
a festival here in San Luis Potosí, for example. Yeah, Jesus, I mean, a lot of people, right? And so the only thing that we're waiting for is now Illusions of Grandeur, right? I mean, you're gonna see, you're gonna laugh. Okay, so people here, really, to be honest. Okay.
We can't wait. We already
we're
know.
really
We have so
excited.
many friends and fans in Mexico City and throughout Mexico and South America now that continually message us and support us. So we can't wait to come to your town and entertain you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, a last message that you would like to give to everybody here in Mexico, to all the listeners here, and well, now we got a new website. I don't know if you have already heard about it, which is Corrosivo BR Radio.com. That is the new one, right? I mean, 24/7. Okay, so you can listen to it, and we're going to be playing music from. We're going to be playing music from Illusions of Grandeur. Not only one song, because one is not enough. Not two, not three. We're going to try to play a lot from Illusions of Grandeur, so that everybody is like, I'm totally fed up now. I want to see these guys live, right? I mean, we really, I mean, now. Yeah. Right? Because we want to support all independent levels, and we want to, our logo is, we want to make classics, and we want Illusions of Grandeur to be classic, right? I mean, like Alice Cooper, AC/DC, or I don't know, I mean, Keys or whatever. Right now, Illusions of Grandeur is going to be the new band, right? So thank you very much. I don't know if there's something that you would like to tell our listeners, or some message that you have for everybody here.
I always say we appreciate each and every one of you. Truly, truly we do. We are really, really grateful for everybody tuning in. I just want to say thank you to Kill Sound for all the great interviews and all their support and everything that they do to help us. And if you reach out to us, let us know where you're at. Let us know about your festivals, and we'll do our best to get down and see everyone. So thank you so much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Yeah, keep it metal, man.
Thank you very much, Chris and Maggie. Thank you very much. Okay, so
thank you.
Okay, so let me just stop. Well, no. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. But before we go on, is there something we're going to have like a spot? So I don't know if you can say something about keep on listening to it's Metal Corrosivo. No, you know what? Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Say,
I don't know.
All you.
Yeah.
Metal Corrosivo.
Metal Corrosivo. Metal Corrosivo BNR. That is the name of the station. I'm going to send you the link. So if you can say something, keep on listening to Metal Corrosivo BNR Radio. We would appreciate it, so that we can play it every time that we play your songs.
Go ahead.
Keep on listening to Metal Corrosivo.
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 I'm getting it. You're not.
Or what about if you say something like, I'm Maggie, or I'm Chris from Illusions of Grandeur, and keep on listening to Metal Corrosivo Radio, something similar to that.
They're ready?
I'm Maggie.
I'm Chris from Illusions of Grandeur. Keep on listening to Metal Corrosivo PR.
That's a good one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much, guys.
No. They're gonna tongue tie each other.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to, now that we have this camera and everything, okay, so well, it's Metal Corrosivo. I'm going to send you the link so that you can listen to it. We're going to, as I said before, not only have one song, two songs, three songs, we're going to try to play like 4 songs on the radio station.
Send us the links to the video and all. We'll put it out, and we'll get people listening and tune in for sure.
And of course, okay, as you can see here now, we're recording everything. So we're also going to have our own channel in YouTube, so that we, everybody can see, okay, not only the music, but the wonderful people you are, and they can see your image, and they can remember you when you come here.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
No, thank you very much, guys. I don't know if you got another question, if there's anything else that, and I mean, we're going to be YouTube. I'm going to send you links, YouTube, Metal Corrosivo Radio. Okay, we're going to be in Spotify, Mixcloud, and everything. But later on, I'm going to send you the links, right?
Perfect. No, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for having us on.
No, thank you very much, guys. And thank you very much, Maggie. And, well, it was a pleasure being with you.
Oh, it was a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.